what is the bigger picture? It's your objective when you sit down to take that exam is to pass the exam, not to make a perfect score. So if you're looking at a formula, this is especially true in the quantitative methods portion of certain levels of the exam. You'll see these incredibly long, drawn out formulas that seem impossible to remember. For some of those, frankly, I'd say let them go. If they have a fairly low likelihood of being on the exam in a way that basically makes you regurgitate that formula verbatim. If there happens to be a question or so on the exam that does that, it's better, instead of sort of pounding your head against the wall and, memorizing verbatim every formula on the exam, you'll drive yourself nuts. Focus on, learning each one of the concepts well, and getting through that part of your process. That should pay you much higher dividends come the exam. So I'd say to kind of wrap everything up, develop a well thought out, well constructed study plan 5, 6 months out. Make sure to not, don't burn out early. Take your time, learn the exam materials, really push hard into exam day, ramp up the accelerator, a month and a half, give or take, outside of the exam day. The more you can see the material and plug it into your head closer to the exam day, the higher return on your time invested from a study perspective. Instead of focusing on taking a bunch of practice tests, relearn each one of the concepts, make sure to re-review them in your study materials. And again, pick your battles. Don't obsess over every single formula and memorizing it verbatim. Focus on the key concepts, learn them well, work through the examples, and go into exam day with a high level of confidence. Thank you.